Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Analyze This Mess tonight. Yeah, welcome back. I wish tonight's segment was just another, quirky breakdown of internet nonsense or, the things that I've been talking about, but it isn't. What we are dealing with here is the part of YouTube that nobody wants to talk about out loud. The part creators pretend they don't see. Because calling it out means standing in front of a storm instead of watching from the sidelines. Tonight, we're looking directly at what happened in a video where someone sits on a live stream and tears another woman apart for sport, not for commentary, not for accountability, for sport. And she does it using the same three weapons she always reaches for: people's private information, people's race, and people's real life families who never asked to be on YouTube in the first place. And we need to be honest. This isn't shade. This isn't reads, and this isn't drag culture, I guess we could call it. This is doxing, harassment, humiliation for profit, wrapped in a performance loud enough to distract. This is ugly behavior. What we're witnessing. Every timestamp tonight, if I mention one, comes from her own mouth, and everything I reference is on public record. No claims, no speculation, just receipts that she created herself. Whether or not we're going to settle in for 10 minutes or 20, however long, it's a Sunday night. Maybe I'm going to break down something exactly to what happened and why it matters. That's my approach. Why? And why this pattern keeps repeating across this sector. It's just a loop. And nobody seems willing to cut. This is DForDoxxingII. And analyze this mess because somebody has to say it. So I'm looking at the chat and then I'm going to look away. I just see Cups of Conversations. Good evening. And says, hey, Teddy in chat. The why. That's right. The why. It's ugly. And you know what? I didn't even know and still, grappling with whether or not what I might want to say on this, because people need to understand my focus when I talk about this, whatever I talk about it tonight. It's about the doxing, about the behavior, about the fact that as content creators here on this platform on YouTube, we're in a community and we see things going on. And it's abusive. It really is. And things have been going on for a long time. So maybe I'm just going to touch on what I've seen in the last day or two, and specifically what happened today in a video. Okay. So I'm not going to get into the middle of a person's, disagreement with, how they run their platform. That's not what this is about. Or their fallout. That's not what this is about. Because if we allow that to be what it's about, then we're going to take our eye off of the focus of what it should be about. I see Baby Juju, fair use commentary. Thank you. For education, for criticism, for news reporting and entertainment purposes only, for our learning. I don't have all the answers. I don't even claim to. Please hit the like on your way in as you enter the bear cave, and also please be respectful in the chat. You can leave comments. We can have a difference of opinion. And you can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I hope the sound is good. Yeah, so I don't want to belabor the time. Let me just kind of maybe set the tone a little bit, if I hadn't already done that in my opening. So, this creator in this video, that I took a look at in the transcript, and some of it live, spends over 20 minutes publicly exposing another woman's information. She pulls up government databases, license boards, private messages, family photos, ancestry claims, all of it for a live audience. This isn't commentary. This isn't conflict resolution either. What we witnessed was doxing, ridicule, harassment presented as entertainment. And what I'm talking about is targeting and doxing Polly. She starts by mocking her. She reads her name aloud, repeatedly scrolling through private messages and laughing while doing it. She treats someone else's fear and distress like a punchline. She even praises another content creator for doxing Polly first by saying that's what you get. Mhm. She's making a mockery out of the entire situation. She doesn't care about anyone. This is what people don't understand. She doesn't care that it's let me just because right there I was going to launch into something. Let me just go back. Again, she starts by mocking. Okay. She praises another content creator, as I said, for doxing Polly first. This is what you get. It's classic retaliatory doxing, punishing someone for falling out, disagreeing, or leaving a mod position. Does it kind of remind you of something that maybe has happened before on this platform in this sector? Mhm. Punishing someone for falling out. Mhm. I could ask a question. So if you leave someone's channel, or if someone leaves your channel, because we're content creators, does that give someone the right to expose their real name, family messages, private, all of that? Mhm. But then there's this angle, and I just can't help but I gotta mention it. It's, let's just call it what it is. It was racial ridicule because the tone shifted quickly and it suddenly turned into insults that turned racial. The target is mocked for being white, mocked for not being black enough, mocked for celebrating Hispanic heritage, mocked for having a black grandparent or not having one. This isn't shade. It's not comedy. It is identity based humiliation. And when race becomes the tool used to embarrass someone, that is racial harassment. Call it what it is. When it's convenient. Oh, I can get into so much. But let me just try to stay focused. So, why does someone's ethnicity become a weapon when their argument runs out? Then weaponizing. Have we heard this before? Licensure or employment. So then she begins searching Texas licensure databases on screen live, not to investigate, but to perform a spectacle. We've seen this before. This pattern, typing in a person's name and waiting for no results found and then celebrating. This isn't journalism. This isn't research. Really, come on. This is using state systems as props to shame a private person. Then the line gets crossed even further. Pictures of either parents or grandparents and unrelated family members appear on the stream. Faces are zoomed in on. Appearances are mocked. Identity is used for jokes. Family members who never signed up for this. Definition of doxing when they talk about others doxing. This is pure reveling in it. And it's used to instantly for the purpose of humiliation. I mean, this has an angle in it so harmful. And then on top of it, this harassment and abuse is monetized throughout this rant. She interrupts herself to thank channel members, read super chats, shout out cash apps, remind the audience to like and subscribe. And the audience is fueled by this harassment, monetized in real time. It's for profit, tied to humiliation. Where have we seen this before? So if the money goes up every time someone is attacked, what incentive is there to stop it? Should I pause? Should I just say it's 10 o'clock? No, it's 10:02. It's November the 16th. And it's called documentation, or it's called Analyze This Mess. Should I just pause? There is threats, retaliation, intimidation because she warns creators that they are next. She predicts, oh, is someone going to get suspended? Suggestions, action against anyone who critiques her. Refers to her group, she calls the Revengers. You can drop the R. Framing it like it's a coordinated force, and it is. In fact, this is intimidation. This is retaliation. This is not commentary. It's a warning broadcast to the entire sector. This matters. Why it matters? Because this behavior is not harmless. It affects real people. And it spreads fear in the community. It normalizes harassment. It encourages doxing. And it tells creators that disagreeing with her means your family might be dragged on the screen next. This is a pattern that impacts victims, viewers, and other creators, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. The environment, the entire environment of this platform, on this platform, as long as we continue to ignore it, it becomes emboldened, it's allowed to grow, and we see the results of it. I mean, where is the line between commentary, abuse, and harassment? And should race ever be used as a humiliation tool? You're probably wondering, what is she talking about with the race? You mean when she said cracker, graham cracker, you're not black. Where's the black family at? I don't see a black person. You think you're black. She wasn't criticizing actions. She was attacking identity. She was using race as the humiliating device. Call it what it is. This is the textbook definition. You aren't black. You're Hispanic. You don't belong. That's racial degradation. Perform for an audience, for laughs, dominance, and money. It was a racist rant. That's what the content was: performative, weaponized race, mocked heritage, making jokes about someone's race, ethnicity, skin tone, taunting ancestry while reading super chats. That's racial humiliation for profit, which is even worse. It sounds like reverse superiority if you ask me, but nobody wants to ask me. My opinion is just my opinion, and receipts are what they are, and you can have an ear and you can let it hear or not. But someone's identity as their punchline. People trying to pretend that racism only works in one direction. No, racism equals using race to dehumanize. She demeaned. White identity, Hispanic identity, Black identity. You ain't Black. She was hitting every group like identity was a toy. That's racist conduct, period. Demeaning, mocking, fake pity, attack. You think you're one of us, kind of a narrative. You'll be next if you criticize her. Sounded like a racist tirade, if you ask me. Reverse? Oh, okay. Oh, but the joke's on whom? Fear, intimidation, control, racial harassment. And we accept it. The hypocrisy makes it even worse. Oh, you can say, well, her best friend is Hispanic. She performs solidarity selectively. But when she wants to hurt someone, she goes straight for race. That's opportunistic racism. I'm not sitting here calling someone a racist. I'm identifying racist behavior because her rant matched the structure, the content, the outburst intended to devalue and dominate someone else. Using race as a weapon is racism. My opinion. I'm talking about behavior. Yeah. So we can bury our head in the sand and we can say we don't witness it, we don't see it, and we can just stand by. And what she gets out of it all, you see, she can stand back, repeat the same history, the same tactic, when she can swoop in and point at someone else and say, you're the one that dogs. But then she escalates it, takes it to another level, and then laughs in everyone's face. It's not harmless. And it's spreading and being normalized. But the jokes are rooted, deeply rooted. They are. I have my own instincts. I have my own experience in all of this. And we see it. We all see it. You do. It's just choosing to ignore the obvious until what? It lands on our doorstep. It's fear. You see why people don't speak up? This is real. And people act as if it's a joke. Like you could just shrug it off. Like, oh well. Because you don't know how this can affect someone. Mm-hmm. And this individual is consistent with saying they don't give a F about others and their feelings. Mm-hmm. So if they don't give that, why should I protect them knowing the truth and others hearing the truth? Why do we shield this? Because they don't care about anyone. No. No. You're useful until you're not useful. That's it. In my opinion, this is fair use commentary. It's 10:14. I've been on 30 minutes. Maybe I should look at the chat. I don't know. But this is serious. And I can understand why someone would have concerns of their information getting out. This is not a laughing matter, and to judge someone for their reaction of how it might affect them and to minimize that, I can't, that doesn't, there's just something about it. Because their peace of mind, my peace of mind, an individual's peace of mind, it's violation. That's what a person will feel. It's violating. Not because your name necessarily gets out. It's in the hands of someone who we know utilizes it in the wrong way, and this person gets to remain anonymous. There's something about that that makes it so imbalanced. The power balance is so out of balance. This is my opinion. I'm one person, and I'm just looking at the behavior. I'm not focused on everything else. I'm focused on the person who everyone wants to give a pass and seem to ignore. But the consequences are so serious that they have gripped have a grip on people in this sector. And she's somewhere laughing and saying F to everyone for a sport. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Yeah, I'm going to look at the chat. Okay. Could be a few people. I don't know. Let me go to the top. All right. I saw Cups come in first, and then my moderator, Baby Juju. I don't know if Vicky's here. Yes, she is. There you are. Sound is good. Great. Yes, you can support this channel by hitting the like. I could say much more, but I'm just going to say that. Yet she wants to be able to stay anonymous. Yes. And because she says she's fearful. Fear, intimidation, and control. Okay, oh my. I see Polly. Much love, Teddy. And I'll just say this. It's just, I wouldn't want anybody to be in that situation and have to deal with this individual in that way. I'm sorry to see that this has happened to you. Really. Because we don't know what the fallout can be. All comments and opinions are allegedly. They are. Let's see. Polly says, thank you. This is my first time being doxxed. Oh, let's see. So 2.0. I'm sure. Again, I'm looking at this. You see, it's the fallout and the consequences of it. Far-reaching, it gets into the hands of someone else whose intention isn't but to divide and destroy. Yeah. This is like handing them a gift. Yeah. Let's see. Because your feelings should not be dismissed. No. They should be acknowledged, in my opinion. Because they're real. They're your feelings. And you say it's not okay and it's not dramatic to feel sad and scared. No, it's not. That's my opinion. And to minimize that is to dismiss it, in my opinion, because a person should be allowed to feel and have their feelings. That's it, because they're your feelings. Everyone. Mhm. Because I can't say how that is affecting you exactly right now. You can tell me that you feel sad. Those are real feelings, and scared. That's a real feeling too. Yes, it is. Pure, evil, wicked. Whoever Jackie is Sanders, maybe I've seen you before, says, I saw people taking up for you, Polly. Um, I'm glad to see people see it. This is very divisive. Mhm. And you see how we need to focus our attention always on those that create the chaos and are doing it not out of pure um, like intent, but out of harm. They want those that want to harm us. Mhm. And yes, I absolutely agree with Cubs, who says, Polly, please take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your family. Mhm. And the fact that we have to think about these things, they're real, and that we're dealing with them once more. Again, uh-huh, yes, someone else, but it's still affecting all of us, whether we know it or not. This sector, it's like I said, becoming normalized. Mhm. Jackie says LL was taking up for you, even though she kept saying she wasn't. I think when people really begin to open up their eyes, and some, their eyes will be shut, closed, they're just like that. But if people be honest with themselves, they should be able to see and have discernment when they can see things are just crossing the line and people are being violated. Mhm. And yes, thank you. Respectfully, we don't go back and forth in the bear cave. Yeah. So we all let's just try to minimize that and recognize what is going on. The most important thing, mhm, that more harm came out of it, real harm to an individual. There's a lot here. Yeah. Mhm. And um, these situations are difficult because, when you have human interaction and people have their feelings and everyone wants to get out how, they are. Again, my purpose is I was shining a light on the fallout of this and how the repeated pattern of someone gaining power over this because they see this as a win for them, because it caused more chaos and confusion. And see, they can point the finger, and they are really pointing the finger and pressing. You did this first. You did this first. You did this first. But they know exactly what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah. Juju says, I wonder if the courts are going to see this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's there, and it's documented, and it's history, and it's repeated. It's a pattern. And yeah, this is repeated over and over and over again. Just who's next? I'm telling you. If you see it for what it is and you see the patterns, when there's weakness, when there's a fracture, when there's something, it gives them a crack, an opening. They sit back and they watch. And when they see it, they come in and boom. Mhm. If you've listened to some of her earlier messages, she mentioned this time and time again in the beginning. She called it the art of war. Well, that's a whole story, and it's real. She said that for a reason. She studies, she plays the game, she looks at different angles and sees how she can defeat one. Mhm. It's a sport, like I said in the beginning. And if we understand that, as I mentioned, I'd have to look at the video, but I think recently I said something about, I just sensed it. Looking for an opportunity to take people down, take people's channels, look for an opening, look for a time to strike. Mhm. Always planning, always plotting, always looking for opportunities to weaken someone else at or others at someone else's expense. And what does that do for her? It makes her, in her mind, ego, it grows. Because as long as that ego is fed, and they need that fuel, it gives them more oxygen, more power, more dominance, more control, and it just keeps growing and growing. And as a consequence, when people see this, and they do see this, they cower to this individual. And it does cause fear and anxiety in others to even speak up, to even raise the flag, like, hey, I just want to raise my hand and just mention something. They can't even do that for fear that they too will become the target. To say, all right, because you are this or you are that, you've got a target on your back automatically. Wow. And we accept it. Because this person can go and has gone unchecked because she said it even in her video today. Who's going to check me, boo? You see, nobody's checked her quite yet. And as long as she's unchecked, she can run rampant. And she even brought up her, her persona, invoked it, Danny Montana. You see, when she gets that ego, when she does something that feels good like that, then she can invoke that. And she does. Because she gets pure pleasure out of the harm that she causes and the pain that she causes others. She really laughs at others' pain. It's pleasure for her. She enjoys it. She actually enjoys it. She said, I can be ruthless. No, she said, I am ruthless. She said, there's two of me. And she lets us see her duality. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because she's anonymous. You see, the new people are just getting more and more familiar. But this is a repeat, a wash, a rinse, repeat. Just another target, just another day. Her playbook is the same. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually, it's a lot of things. It is. It's harmful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's 10:33. Glad I came on a little early. But yeah. She doubled down. She doubled down. She did. Where the black people at? Where your black side? I don't see nothing black, nothing about you. That was bullying based on race. She puts the picture. I don't see nothing black. But let me tell you something she said in her third video when she came. She used an avatar. It was a man. It was Hispanic. Yeah, she told us about it in two videos. One that I recently came across. She referred back to it. But this time, the way she described it, she said that she used that avatar to throw people off. Gee, I didn't know. Yeah. And she said in this case, she said that was a black. Yeah, it was black. Hispanic equal black to her in that particular video. If you think I'm lying, I'll pull it up and I'll read it word for word. So that was convenient. So here's what I'm trying to say. Then that Hispanic person that she used the avatar, she said that was a black person. Oh, yes, she did. But today, a Hispanic, conveniently, she said she sees no black. That stood out for me because I remembered that avatar and what she said about that Hispanic representation that she chose to use in Surviving Nosy Whole Life. Was it number 3? You see, that's a contradiction. That's playing a certain race identity card when it's convenient. So when you're Hispanic and you want to be brown or you want to be black, which is it you want to be for her? The flavor. Oh, okay. You see, I have that as a receipt. So it contradicts what she says. Her best friend. That's what I said. But that's only when she wants it to be. She has several friends and several people that aren't black around her that have said a lot of things about black people. Why doesn't she say something to them? Their ethnicity. Are they not black enough, white enough? You see, my point is she uses and weaponizes race when it works for her. She's not genuine in any of it, but she does have racist tropes and she was using it. She was using it. You see, I didn't know I could refer back to that and when it would be convenient or appropriate, but I can lay those two side by side. That Hispanic avatar male that she said was black. Oh, how convenient that she says, you're not black. You're not black enough. I don't see any black. See, people don't know that one. So explain that. That's a contradiction. She's a walking contradiction. She's full of contradictions. My opinion and my receipts. See, my opinion, but my receipts. Yeah. It's wrong all the way around. I don't care who it comes from. I'm not going to change on that. No. As she likes to say, no. Yeah. She attacks black women. But she says she's black. She's an activist. She's what she wants to be because she's anonymous. I wouldn't let her superiority complex, as she likes to call everybody else, and she's called me. She said, you have a superiority complex. I think you're projecting. Yeah. So for me, it's the same principle. To put someone under your thumb and make them feel like they're Oh, you're the same way. Put up a mirror to your face. Mhm. Yeah. I only do it with receipts. That's it. All right. That does my hour. It's 56 minutes in. I'll read a few more comments. I will check my email, and that's my Analyze This Mess for tonight. Yeah. I see a few. Yeah. I don't like ugly, dressed up like this. It's hypocrisy, my opinion. And it's harmful. Um, yeah, Cup says it's funny. She came here saying what Nosy was doing was so wrong, huh? She said Nosy whole life was a criminal. And the receipts that she's shown were what? Some misdemeanors. Mhm. She hasn't been able to prove yet, not one receipt where Nosy whole life had a felony. That she's a felon. Because if she could, she would. Mm. She showed a few things. Something happened in Texas. And she said that there was a bench warrant out. But she kept hammering that. She's a criminal. She's a criminal. And she's making false police reports. And she's doing the same. My goodness. And she shouldn't lie to the book. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to hear that. Mm-hmm. And little by little, it has pierced it has really been a detriment to this black tea sector. It has been. It's nothing like it used to be. It's people are, it's fearful. Yeah. So I'll just say again, to anyone who has been a victim of doxing, or if you think you are in a situation that puts you in fear, you can always reach out, call your authorities, let them know, and protect yourself. Get counseling, whatever you need to for your peace of mind and your safety. That's always first. Mm-hmm. Always. Yeah. Let's see. MJ33 333 says, I'll say it again. The people who come on with the it factor get taken and twisted to do commentary on it, when the community would be benefited by your commentary on real life events. I see what people are saying, and I read. Even if we agree or disagree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've read some of those. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I'm a content creator. This is YouTube, a platform. Any of us at any moment channels can be taken. YouTube can take our channels. They're going through their own housekeeping. Yeah. And so it's actually a privilege to be on this platform and to have a voice. But when someone wants to take our voice away, that's, and replace it with what they call the truth without letting others hear the truth, that's not fair. That's not balanced either. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else before I say goodnight? Yeah, I appreciate all of you, the support that I get on this channel, and for joining me tonight. Again, you can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. But now I think it's time to say goodnight. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Keep your bear phones on check for community wall. And I will keep you informed if there are changes to my schedule. Yeah, got a new week ahead of us, and we'll see what it brings. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been working hard so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell her, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been working hard just so I can say I told you so. I told you so. I don't need your approval to be myself. I got that on myself. Gracefully, gotta keep it cozy. I'ma take it slowly, one step at a time till my time is up. Why you stay mad at me? We gon' make mistakes, we gon' disagree. Are you so proud of me? If you just wait and see, you gon' rise. So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been working hard so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell you, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been high, working hard, just so I can say I told you so. I told you so.